There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up and get down to the...
Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. This is our vlog for Milagros Mondays, and today the topic is really going to be feeling centered in love. So this has been something that has come up for me recently through some guided meditations I've been doing, and also through this book I've been reading, Love for No Reason. Has come this idea into my life of really feeling centered and grounded in the idea of love, and not love as in Twilight movie love, but love being synonymous for God or the universe or Holy Spirit, whatever it is that works for you. Just this idea of knowing that there's a power higher than us, that is of us, that is always keeping us centered, keeping us grounded, that is there to support us, that is there to guide us, that is there to teach us. This is really, the essence of all things that is out there, but is definitely a part of us that we can actually tap into ourselves. I think this is very helpful for myself. I know that going through transitions and going through changes, there's a tendency to feel like you're getting lifted off your feet and just kind of floating around. You can feel a little scattered brain. Sometimes I know if you're not in a transition, or just say you're in a job, or say you're in a new relationship, whatever the case may be, whenever we experience change, whenever we experience things that are unexpected, there can be a tendency for us to feel like we lose our footing a little bit because we've been thrown a curveball, we've been thrown something that we didn't expect to happen. So a perfect example of this was last night. I was watching the Giant San Francisco game because I love football, and the power went out. We lost the power, and there was sparks, and a tree had fallen. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on. So when I walked outside my door, some of the other neighbors had come out. We were trying to see what is it that was going on, what did we have to do, who we had to call. But someone had already taken care of all of that. Everything was taken care of. People were coming. So basically it was just about being at home. So whenever there's a situation like that arises, it's a very good opportunity. Like I said, it's the unexpected. So whenever we have something unexpected, it's very easy for the ego to kind of throw us in this whirlwind of fear. We obviously can feel a sense of lack of control because, I don't have any control over a tree falling on a power line and then turning off my power. We have a lack of, what do I do next? So I had a neighbor, for instance, they had to catch a flight out of Chicago, and they had to get to the airport here in the city nearby to get to Chicago, and they couldn't get out of the street because we only have the one street getting out, and the tree branches blocking his way out. So I could feel that he was feeling a little bit like, now what do I do? I don't want to miss work. What do I tell him? So there's all these feelings that can come up with us whenever there's a situation that's unexpected. Like I said, whenever there's a transition, there's just things that kind of come into our lives that kind of make us feel like we don't have our footing under the situation. We weren't prepared is another way, a thing that we can really be feeling. And the feeling of what do I do next also comes out. How do I take care of this? So through all that, I was very grateful that I had been doing these awesome guided meditations. They really, allowed me to focus on my root chakra. And I was reading a book that was all about just centering myself and grounding myself in love. So what I was able to do is very miraculously focus on all the things that helped me feel grounded. So it was beautiful that I came outside and someone told me they already took care of everything. Just hearing the man say that everybody's been calling. That's what he said to me. Everybody that needs to be called has been called. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. And then I came back into my house. We were safe. Then we were able to call some friends to come pick us up so that we could leave our home because there was no power in our home. So we felt supported again in that idea. When I needed to go get food, my friend was more than happy to lend me her car so that I can go from her house to get some food because we hadn't eaten. We didn't have a means to make food at the house. So all of these situations were opportunities for me to really visually and mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in every way possible, just kind of ground my feet in love. Know that in any situation, even in the unexpected, if I could choose to see myself as part of something greater, I knew that I was always being supported, that it wasn't just about our home and our power and, our situation, and now we're missing the game. It was more about this feeling of being one with something greater, and being centered in that allowed things to show up for us that helped us get through the situation really with a lot of ease. We came back home around 11, the power was back on, everything was working. We had a great time with our friends watching football, we were fed. Everything was taken care of the way that it needed to be taken care of. And it all started when I went outside and I heard that beautiful man tell me, everybody that needs to be called has been called. So I encourage you this week to really imagine this idea that you're grounded in love and picturing love, whatever word works for you as God or the universe, that no matter what happens on the outside, if inside you're really grounded in that place of being one with something greater than you, no matter what happens around you, you'll be okay. If you perceive yourself through the ego's eyes as this small, tiny little individual and everything is just happening to you, then the world outside of you, when it's unexpected or even when it's not unexpected, might take a negative toll at times. But if you choose to take the moment to really ground yourselves in love and choose to be responsible for how you perceive the situation. So a beautiful mantra that I'd like for you to take through the week is, I am responsible for what I see. And choose to see love in everything. Choose to center yourself in love. But ask yourself or tell yourself when things come up that are unexpected, I am responsible for what I see. I am the one that chooses to perceive this either through my ego's eyes or through my through love vision if I choose to be grounded in something higher than myself. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.